Camp Winnie.
Hi, welcome back. We are in a little coal mine village in a town called Korumburra. It's in the lower part of Victoria. Absolutely beautiful scenery to get us here today, and we just happened to see this when we were passing by.
It's not that we've got an obsession with trains or anything, because we did do the train ride in Walhalla on our last video, but we came across this little place. It screams old school, and it's all about the coal mining industry from the late 1800s into the early 1900s. So I thought we'd come and check it out, perhaps pay a little bit of a homage to my beautiful grandfather, Mickey Momo. I know you're up there watching us, Pop. This one's for you, mate. You won't be able to. Righto, baby, action. Go. Quick, someone's coming. Where's Chloe, guys?
I don't know.
Chloe!
Chloe!
I saw her down near the trees.
Near the trees?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think everything wobbles.
Does it?
Yep.
What's your backpack getting caught on that handle? How was that?
Higher than you think. feeling, darling?
I'm tired.
Big walk, huh? What about you, Mummy? How are you feeling?
Well, I'm a bit puffed out, I'm a bit unfit, but this is the first steps to getting fit.
So we've made it to the summit, which is the top of Mount Baw Baw. It's a place so good they had to name it twice. We're 1,600 metres above sea level, and it's really tested our lack of fitness today. We're puffed. You can't see it through the tree lines, but off camera I can. It's quite a view. It's cold. We're all rugged up like we're in winter, even though it's mid-December. But where I'm standing, it's called a cairn, C-A-I-R-N. And it was placed here by surveyors in 1870 to mark the top of the summit of Mount Baw Baw. It's pretty cool. Where are we, Chloe?
Poowong.
Back in 2006, 15 years ago, I passed through these very gates on a motorbike down here for the Motorcycle Grand Prix with a few other family members also on bikes. It was a great week. I got married a week later, so I considered that trip back then my bucks week. Didn't actually have a bucks night. And we got up to some shenanigans that week. Didn't we, Rod, Rob, Duke? One thing Lisa made me promise: don't drink too much and no speeding. And of course, I kept that promise.
Liar!
Why is today such a special day?
It is
Last day of school!
Last day of school!
Woohoo!
For
Yay!
the entire year.
It's the last day of school on the road.
Homeschooling 2021 is done. I quit.
Good job, Mummy.
I quit too.
You've
No,
done
I'm
a
just kidding.
Hasn't Mum done a good job of homeschooling?
She's done great.
Yeah.
The kids are the ones that have done great, and I am just happy that I really know where they are at with their schooling.
So a big hooray for your teacher. Hooray! Hooray! And the odd child, right? Ready? This is something we do. Oh, dear. Hello.
Hello.
Want to hop on my shoulders?
I'll break you.
Check out behind me. There's some World War II bunkers. They're a bit crumbly.
We are at the very bottom of the Mornington Peninsula. Such a beautiful place. This is actually our last leg of Victoria before we do the Harry Holt over to Tassie in a few days on the Spirit of Tasmania. Funny expression that, isn't it? To do the Bolt or to do the Harry Holt. It was very much ingrained into the Australian folklore after our Prime Minister, Harold Holt, was swimming right here at Cheviot Beach, just out of Portsea. It was in December 1967 when, sadly, whilst taking that dip, he vanished, never to be seen again, and presumably just swept out to sea and drowned. He's actually the third Australian Prime Minister to die whilst in office. I never knew that. At the time of filming this, it's been 54 years to the day. So, it's time we did the Harry Holt.
We've come across this quarantine station here at Point Nepean on the bottom of the Mornington Peninsula. It was opened in 1852 and it was used for boats of refugees coming into Australia that had infectious diseases. So there's hospitals here, dentists, there's a morgue, a cemetery. Ooh. And we're just checking out the old buildings.
I'm walking between one of the 3 disinfection buildings. This is where you came to if you arrived on one of the immigration ships down on the wharf. And unfortunately, more than half of the passengers of every ship that arrived was seriously ill. Diseases such as typhus, tuberculosis, influenza, lice, you name it. So after you were stripped of all your clothes and all your luggage, which went through to a steam cleaning room next door on a rail track, you were subjected to disinfection yourself. Then you were taken over to one of these quarantine station hospitals. And if you weren't quarantined there for a significant amount of time, and at the rate of 7 deaths a day, then your next stop was possibly the morgue. You know what? It really does have a Second World War feel about that story.
So here we are in a little town called Dromana. This suburb is known for having a whole lot of beach boxes on the sand. Beach box, I hear you ask, what the heck? It's these little shed looking things that they're all in a row on the sand. People paint them different colours on the outside. Apparently you're not allowed to modify them, you can't have bathrooms or kitchens in them, so you're not allowed to live in them, but they're just used for day use. We just spoke to a local and he said that the most recent one here went for $450,000 for a shed on the beach. Jeez, it's crazy. But I watched a news article recently at the start of November, Mount Martha, several kilometres up the road. One of the most expensive ones that recently sold was $650,000. Crazy. But apparently, given that there's $1 million homes behind them in this area, it's just an extension to people's houses. They like to only sell them to locals, I've read, so not just anyone can buy them. And they originally were here for somewhere to get changed back in the day. You weren't allowed to get changed on the beach. God, could you imagine that now? And then they were used for storing boats. And today they're used for storing your boats, kayaks, stand-up paddleboards, and all your beach gear. But along this water here, it's that beautiful that you'd have to throw in your flippers and snorkel and goggles as well. It's just stunning. Beautiful turquoise waters, we couldn't resist. Lucky not having swimmers, we just jumped in.
And it's been that long since we've had a swim.
Alright!
Hey!
It is Bass Strait, so it's a bit icy.
Best fish and chips that we've had this whole trip.
Jessica's request.
That was best chippies ever.
Well guys, it's that time of our little show again. Yep, and I know I've said it before. It's my least favourite bit.
We're saying goodbye to another state.
We are saying
Again.
goodbye. Yeah, this is it for us for Victoria.
Yep.
So next time you see us, it'll actually be in Tasmania. And look, if you've been watching our little show and you feel like you've been on the adventure with us,
That's because you are.
so God bless you. All right, so it's a hooroo from us.
Yep.
And we'll see you next time in the little snapped off piece underneath Australia.
Called Tasmania.
That's it. Tassie, here we come.
Yay!
Woo!
Bye. See ya.
Bye-bye.